EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. The return team gonna let that one go. End zone, it's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the ground, the go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll take this to about the 28. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going forward on 4th down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive. But great job here by the defense coming away with the stop, and now we'll see if the offense can come on the field to take advantage of it.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he lowers the shoulder. A gain of about 3. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. Myers. Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
3rd and 9. Mayfield. This one on top. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
There we go.
Play action now. It's Geno. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. From the pistol, here's Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2nd and a yard. Here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Geno going to throw for it. That's taken in, and he will get into the end zone. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Baker. He'll find McMillan here. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Off the play fake, it's Smith. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. On first and 10, here's Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. A give. This is Irving. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Reek Woolen brings him down. Here's a third down and 4. Mayfield to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So after 1, 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And this is going to be a Seahawks 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
And that's good for us. Seahawks. 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Gino. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's in! Kenneth Walker! Touchdown Seahawks! And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, here's Irving. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Baker going to hand it to White. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Reek Woolen brings him down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run the toss with Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
13
To throw, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Got a man. It's Lockett. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 31 yards. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
There we go, Salon.
Here's Walker. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. He's got another one. his second touchdown of the evening. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Dead. Run. Watch out.
They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Third down. 3 to go.
Watch out.
Now Mayfield. In trouble, and down he goes. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 4th down, Smith. This is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. He's going to get this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
To throw is Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. he's in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Run line.
From the shotgun, Smith. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will score. Pharaoh Brown. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Real. Good thing. Regular. Watch out.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's lock it downfield. He's got it. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Ready.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Stay tone. There we go, Sonoma.
Working out of the gun. Smith. Oh, man left wide open. Good play design there. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. Now the point after try from Myers. His kick is good. And the Seahawks add on to their already sizable lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
33. Point it right. Done.
Baker to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Ready.
They'll motion over Metcalf. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Kalijah Cansey in on the stop.
Tuesday.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Run, run, run. Up, left. Dad.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Dad.
On the ground, it's Irving. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buccaneers.
Dad.
They'll go again here with Irving. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's 2nd and 9.
What's that?
They go play action with Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And 3rd down coming up.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Kings. What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Dad.
They'll run with Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it.
Good blocking, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs cut into the lead a little bit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jalen Darden now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll get about 2. Jordan Whitehead is there to bring him down. 2nd down and 8.
Jack's left. There we go,
Here's Gino. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
Jack's left.
Once again, it's Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. From the pistol, Smith. He pulls it in around the 5. Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will score again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Well, a big play there and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Going up top for Evans. And the Seahawks have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Start looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
They put the tight end Brown in motion. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, hey.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They run with Walker. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Down the field, it's Evans. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
There we go, Sonoma.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Gino. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Charbonnet. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
He'll air one out for Palmer. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
3rd and long. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go. Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush. And it will lead to a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Smith. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first down is Mayfield. That one knocked away and incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Run.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And more of the same. Another interception. Into space. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Myers. Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will add one more onto their big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Smith will give it to Charbonnet. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 2. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either. And they're able to